Peter and Lois can rot in jail forever. Without further ado, let's look at why these parents are some of the worst ones in cartoon history. Bitch ass parents number one.
Lois and Peter. They're not good parents, especially Peter.
In the kitchen, Meg.
They treat Meg so bad.
We know that the Griffins are terrible parents. 30% of my previous video was spent clowning on Lois, and that was because she was a trash
stayed
wife.
cheating.
Her bitch ass is on the chopping block again today with her bitch ass husband.
I mean, they both be
Not only is
cheating,
she
though.
A terrible wife, she's a terrible fucking mother.
I can agree on that.
Release some hot justice all over that ass. Subscribe. So first of all, let's just get this out of the way.
Crimes.
These two are abusive as fuck to their kids. Let's start off with Lois, just because I hate her. So I know y'all remember that one time that Lois hit Stewie because he was playing in her stuff.
That's not abusive though. Like, come on. That's a spanking. That's normal.
She hit this nigga so hard that he made the Ryu death sound.
Well, that's normal though.
That's just discipline.
Thank
so
you.
Y'all out here squaring up with 1-year-olds. What?
Nah, bro. She slapped him
Look,
on
I
the
don't
behind,
approve of
bro.
beating kids at all. But the people that do
This
beat
is a
their
reach.
kids are not beating their kids when their kid is 1 year old. Mind you, this is what Stewie saw when she hit him. She had that nigga traumatized. Hitting 1-year-olds is not freaking cool. But that's not all. Do y'all remember when Peter punched Stewie out of his high chair because Meg said so?
That's so punch your baby in the face.
No
Like, yeah, I
hesitation.
know this is the episode when Meg was all scary and shit, but I would have died behind my 1-year-old. Peter could have easily been like, punch me instead, Meg. Which actually brings me to my next
I don't think
point.
he's trying to
Peter
take a
can
hit,
always
though.
beat on Meg and abuse Meg, but when it come to saving Stewie, nah. Where the fuck was this Peter at whenever she told you to punch your son, you gluttonous fuck, you gluttonous bastard. I hate Peter Griffin. I can't wait for the day that Stewie get a spinoff where he grown up and can finally beat this dude ass.
But wait, there's more.
Ooh, there's
Do y'all
more.
remember the episode when Peter got a whip? If not, let me
I do
refresh
remember
your
that.
fucking memory. So Quagmire's package got delivered to Peter's house instead of his own. And if you know Quagmire, then you know
He's
that
a
this
freak.
dude is a major freak.
You want me
He's
to
a
drag my
major
sack
freak.
across your face?
So of course the package contains a whip, so that way he can whip all the bitches that come to his house. Probably the
Naturally.
other way around. So Big Nigga opens up the whip and start whipping everyone that he knows, including baby Stewie and his daughter Meg.
Dad, I don't want to do this.
Hey, go. Okay, that's pretty cool too. Hey, Dad, that's a cool whip.
Ah, he left the line
He hit this
aghast.
nigga with the whip so
That's
hard that it
crazy.
turned into Kratos. Let me put this into perspective for you. He hit him with the whip. That
All
shit
right,
is
I'm starting to
insane.
see what
Put
he's
this rich
saying.
monster
I'm starting
under
to see
the
what he's saying,
jailhouse.
bro.
But wait, there's more.
Chris?
There's an episode where Chris sets up a
Okay.
camera so he can catch the evil monkey on video because this evil monkey used to come out his closet. And luckily Chris is an idiot because the
He
shit
is
that he
indeed
saw
an
on the
idiot.
tape didn't phase him. But it did phase me. Peter and Quagmire come in and do the hand in warm water trick, which makes Chris piss on himself. But as they leaving, Quagmire like,
This is-
I'm not done. And he hit that nigga with a mean ass and he hit him real hard too, so hard that his eye black right there on the spot. And all Peter can do is laugh.
And he's just
And Lois
laughing.
thought
That's
she was
fucked
safe
up,
'cause I
bro.
ain't talk about her in a while. But Lois comes
She
in
steals
after
money
Peter
from his
and
wallet,
Quagmire
right? Yep.
steals some money out his fucking wallet. Add that to the list. This shit is supposed to be the other way around. Now we're done talking about abuse. 'cause
Oh
if we
my
kept talking-
gosh. Bro. Okay. Peter and Lois definitely are terrible parents, but like, you know, that's kind of the point of Family Guy. But also at the same time, I want to laser in on Meg. Meg easily gets it the worst, guys. Like, yes, he be beating Stewie and then, you know, treating Chris poorly. But Meg, every day she wakes up is just torture for her. It's just misery and pain and being made fun of and being hit. Like, if I was Meg, bro, I would have denounced my parents a long time ago and, I don't know, moved to Alaska and start a whole new life, bro. Yeah, some very trash cartoon parents right there. Peter and Lois, very garbage, very trash. Totally so not demure.
Talking about abuse, because if we kept talking about it, we'd be here all day with all the times Peter has abused Meg. But before we move on, let's get real dark. This entire video so far, we've been covering the abuse of the Griffins. There's a lot I left out, but that's because, like I said, we'd be here all fucking day. But something happened to Meg that goes under the radar too often because it's a little bad. There's an episode where Peter wants to become a redneck because of a redneck comedy show.
And you know what
he
rednecks
starts
do to
doing
their
stuff that
daughters.
He thinks rednecks do,
Or
which includes
supposedly.
the rednecks having do with their daughter
Yep.
stereotype.
Dad, what are you doing?
Meg, I'm a redneck, which means I am about to do something to you that you will not remember until you're 40.
That's not funny.
The clip too early.
That's
Get
not.
back here. I meant 6.
Fucking crazy. Insane. Peter and Lois can rot in jail forever. To conclude, Peter and Lois have been physically abusive to every single one of their
parents,
kids,
man.
but mostly only mentally abused Meg. The Griffins are just kind of backwards. All their kids are fed and have rooms and whatnot, but they just be beating the fuck out of them. Family Guy has taught me that despite having hot meals on the table and both parents in your life,
it may not be enough.
It's possible to be born into a family of straight dookie bags.
Straight up.
Bitch ass parents number 2.
Oh, they are so terrible to Butters. I be feeling bad for him.
Wow, what an adorable kid. And his
he be
parents
so
look
sweet.
Very nice. Wow, this entire family looks very happy. Look at little Butters. He's so
No,
happy.
the family is not happy.
While you're grounded, you can just go to bed hungry.
Whatever.
Y'all remember that episode where Butters' dad was, about to be outed, or he was at a gay bathhouse. Essentially, he got caught by Butters hooking up with guys. So Butters accidentally tells his mom, and his mom tries to kill him and then kill herself. So yeah, that was a very dark and creepy episode. But Butters, I'd be feeling bad for him. He has some trash parents that stay grounding him, man. Ain't nothing he can do without getting grounded.
That was a fucking lie. Watching South Park growing up, I would always feel really bad for Butters.
I do feel bad for him, man.
At home or at school. He's an easily influenced and innocent kid surrounded by bad influences, which is where his parents are supposed to come in at. That's the whole reason we even got parents in this world. But nah, instead they trying to kill him.
Other reasons.
Butters got his own episode in season 5. The episode is about his parents' anniversary at first, but then Butters' ugly ass mom sent him on a quest to follow his dad. And she does this because she's sick of all her weak ass.
This is the episode I was talking about.
I mean, just look at her. She looked like she'll get you a trash anniversary gift. Weak ass fit. Oh yeah.
Damn.
Before we move on, add manipulatively.
Weak
Because
ass
Butters
fit.
didn't even want to follow his dad until his mom put a positive spin on it to make it seem like it was a good thing.
Spy on him? But ain't that kind of like fibbing?
No, it's a little different.
So his parents teach him these lessons, then
Is it
unteach
different?
him these lessons, and then
It's a
he
little
gets
different.
in trouble when he don't follow the lessons. Ad hypocrite, that shit is fucking stupid. So Butters follows his dad to this shady part of town, and his dad goes into this theater that's got movies like Fisting,
This is
Fireman,
what I was talking about.
Men Ahoy, and Boys Night Out. Once he finishes his feature film, he heads over to the men's bathhouse.
For the real
Butters
deal.
reports this info back to his mom, and this info drives her so insane that she tries to kill Butters.
Mommy will be with you very soon.
Poor Butters, man. He's about to die over this, man. And he has no clue what he was doing.
Finding out that your husband is doing weird shit in shady parts of town, but this isn't one of those inescapable situations where
Just divorce the man.
Answer. What the fuck is game ending your son then game ending yourself later going to do for you? This nigga still fitting to be hitting up the men's bathhouse.
Still, bro.
You gonna start using that shit as a coping mechanism. And on top of all that, they be abusing the fuck out their parental power. They'll ground Butters
They
for
love
anything,
grounding him,
and
yep.
I literally mean anything.
You made a goofy face. No, that's just what I look like. Don't you make that face at me, young
Grounding him for his face.
Mom?
Fine, Butters. If you don't want to stop making that stupid face at me, you can just stay in your room for another week.
They grounded him for looking like himself. That shit is babonkulous. Even worse, they already admitted they don't even be knowing why they ground him half the time.
It's strange. I don't recall him really doing anything particularly bad, and yet...
You still ground him.
grounded.
Why
Yeah.
the fuck are you talking like that? Like you don't know you're the one who grounded him. I don't give a fuck if it's supposed to be ironic. South Park stupidity make me want to hit the creators with a bag of iguana. Make sure to like and subscribe so I can afford anger issue medication. But to conclude, Butters don't deserve none of the abuse that he gets from his parents. And you could argue that all the groundings he received did help him because he is a kind and respectful kid. But that's not true because Butters doesn't truly know what's wrong. He just knows that getting grounded is bad, which means that doing something that gets him grounded must be bad. Butters doesn't know right from wrong, which is why Cartman is still able to trick him into doing stupid shit. All he knows is grounded equals bad. And I guess that's just what happens when you got trash ass parents. Bitch ass parents. Number 3.
The Turners.
Let me be completely honest with y'all. I
mean, no wonder he has, fairy
Now
godparents.
don't go get on me in the comments because you can't fight. First of all, I beat your ass. Second of all, I watched like 30 episodes to see what the deal was with Timmy's
can't
parents.
fight. I'll
So
beat
let's
your
see if
ass.
gotta
I love that
release some
retort.
justice on their ass, or if y'all are just overreacting like a bunch of little pissy poo poo babies.
To be fair, these are parents that like you want them to be trash because if he didn't have the parents that he had, he would never have fairy godparents. And I'm gonna let y'all know, like I would easily take trash parents that also come with the ability to have fairy godparents because yes, my parents are trash, but now I have the ability to get any wish that I want granted. And like, doesn't he get unlimited wishes until he turns like a certain age? and then he just forgets about them. That seems like a pretty good hookup to me, man. And he'd be wasting his wishes, bro. If I had fairy godparents, oh my gosh, the wishes I would wish for, Timmy, man, like, you just over here wasting that kind of power, bro. Wishing for the dumbest shit ever, man. Ooh.
Very good, Jenny. Here you go, sweetie. Tuna salad for lunch.
Mom, your dad sucks.
So where the fuck do I even start with these two? Ooh, I know.
His mom look good, though.
Of their fucking child. Now, see, the
She has a
abandonment
nice
of
fit.
Timmy is fucking crazy because unlike other kids in other kids shows, their parents are around, but we just don't really see them much because the kids never be at home. But Timmy's parents, they fucking gone. They're not here. Nigga, dad be in the studio making music and shit. His mom out somewhere being a model for MILF's Monthly.
Yeah.
Timmy's parents were damn near a
told y'all,
side.
his
He
mom
was
look
only
good.
10 years old, so he couldn't be at home alone, which brings me to my next point. They leave
babysitter.
Timmy with an abusive babysitter. So while Timmy's parents are out partying, they leave
Woo!
Timmy with this fine ass bitch Vicky, and she be beating the fuck out of Timmy. Look at this shit, a fucking wrecking ball? Are you serious? But let's go ahead and get dark for a second.
Let's
what
get
if
dark.
Vicky was some kind of weirdo and not just a slapstick abuser? What if Vicky genuinely wanted to harm Timmy? Putting Timmy
I mean,
into
she's doing a
Vicky's
pretty
care
good
is the
job so
worst thing
far.
that his parents ever did. Leaving your child with someone you barely know opens up a gate to terrible things. What if Timmy was just a regular boy with no Fairly Odd parents? And what if Vicky was a troubled young girl who was into playing with
Damn,
knives?
they give
You
her
see where this
BBL?
is going. There
Okay,
isn't much
Vicky.
that Timmy's parents can do to be bad
Whoa,
parents,
Vicky.
since they're barely in his life. But if anything was to happen to Timmy in Vicky's care, it would be their fault. Meaning that there's literally an infinite number of things that I could put here for them. Because there's no telling what Vicky would
And
be
they're
on if the
idiots too, bro.
circumstances were different.
They'd be
And to
so
conclude, the
oblivious.
abuse that Timmy goes through doesn't come directly from his parents. It comes from his parents' neglect, which leads to a bunch of bad situations.
Facts,
It don't matter
facts.
if it's Vicky putting the beats on Timmy or an interdimensional drag queen fairy trying to kill him with a pie. It can all be traced back to his parents' neglect. Bitch ass parent number 4.
Woo! Okay. I feel like Cartman be abusing his mom.
Boy, isn't he?
Eric Cartman. You either hate this tub of lard if you're normal, or you love this tub of lard if you're edgy. He's done some nasty things, like pretending to be a
He's a
robot to get Butter's
terrible
secrets
human being,
and
bro.
making his half brother eat his parents. But has anyone ever taken the time to think why he's like this? Is Cartman just evil, or is there a reason to his shitty personality? But like,
Okay, so my theory is because, like, you know, if you heard about Cartman's mom, Leanne Cartman, she used to be a thought with a capital T back in the day. Like, she was just letting everybody and anybody hit. So if I was her son, Cartman, Eric Cartman, and you have to like grow up watching that, I feel like you wouldn't turn out to be the best person. You wouldn't really have much respect for other human beings because the person you're supposed to respect the most is over here doing like some of the most unrespectable shit ever right in front of you. Not technically right in front of you, but like in your vicinity, man. So I can kind of see how she can be a terrible parent, you know? She's not directly abusing him, but like the stuff that she be doing, bro, she definitely
I got the
be doing
answer
some
right
nasty
here,
stuff.
nigga. You better subscribe, nigga.
She a thotty. She a thotty, bro.
A kid being spoiled doesn't equal evil, Wolfgang. Well, let's talk about Leanne's biggest and only crime, being an enabler. You can say what
Enabler.
you want to about Cartman's mom, but that little fat fuck is taken care of. Taken care of. And that's the problem. Whatever Cartman wants, Cartman gets.
Okay. Well,
That is
guess I'll be going to
enabler
the store
activity.
Now, then.
Now,
Big
if you're stupid or
enabler.
you were similar to Cartman growing up, you're probably having a hard time understanding what's wrong with this. Well, even though Cartman is very well fed,
very well
and he's
fed.
got all the new toys and shit that he wants, he's still abused. You see, Cartman's mom suffers from single mom syndrome. She doesn't have anything in her life to focus on other than Cartman. And the show showed us that she had a troubled past being a roster root and being addicted to drugs. So it's obvious all she wants is for Cartman to be happy. But by enabling this beer-bellied Twinkie tackler, she created a monster. Cartman is 90 fucking pounds at 8 years old. An 8-year-old should weigh anywhere from 46 to 70
90
pounds.
pounds?
As you can see, this fat fuck
God,
is
you're
90
fat.
pounds, meaning that he's fatter than even the top percentile of his age range. And this is due to his mom letting him eat whatever the fuck he wants. And Cartman just feels entitled to get his way no matter what. This calorie ball convinced Butters that the world was
This
in him because he got
calorie
invited
ball.
to Kyle's birthday party instead of Cartman. It's so bad that this ball of glutton has to open up a gift at other people's birthday party to feel like he's a part of the experience.
Wait, It's Stan's birthday.
Yes, every time somebody gets a birthday present, Eric gets one too.
Too damn
Otherwise,
spoiled.
He gets a little upset.
Too damn
And this
spoiled.
shit right here is the problem. We can sit here and give outcomes for being enabled to this greed goblin all day, but there's no reason because none of this shit even matters. Realistically, all the enabling that Leanne did to Cartman has already taken its toll. That's what makes her a bad mom. She's ruined Cartman's life. And as
And it's
much
kinda
as
too
everyone,
late, isn't it?
including me, hates him, we gotta
He's so
remember that
used
he's
to
a
it,
kid.
you know?
It's not his fault that he turned out like this. It's his mom's fault. No amount of therapy, no amount of Caesar Milan, no amount of anything
No
will
amount
ever
of
change
Caesar
Cartman's
Milan.
personality because of his mom's enabling. No one ever calls
Oh,
out
that's the
Cartman's
dog
mom
trainer,
because they
right?
think that he's the one pushing her around. But she's the adult in this situation. And she has it in her to assert dominance. She did it in the iPad episode. But she doesn't want to, which is ultimately what will ruin her son's life.
All right, so those were some of the worst parents in cartoon history. I agree with everything that was said on this list, but I may even add Goku, bro, because Goku will be ditching his family for the first chance to go train off-world somewhere, bro.